All right, all right. Wow. It's been a while, guys. I want to welcome you to the Do Work Podcast. The Do Work Podcast is normally a weekly podcast where we discuss all things mindfulness, mentorship, entrepreneurship, and just free thinking and how to live the best version of your life possible. And today is no different. It's no different at all. It is December 2022. We are in right now. It's a really exciting time. And, I thought I need to get in here because I'm almost done season 1. I think this is going to be episode, might be at episode 50 or 60. I'll check when I get done. But today we're going to talk about being battle tested. We're going to talk about being battle tested. So it simply comes down to this. Until you go through shit, you really don't know. I mean, yes, there's textbook definitions on how to handle conflict and resolution. There's textbook definitions and systems in place and ways to handle business disputes. There's all these systems and things that are set up to kind of avoid the hardship, which is great. But I am still a firm believer that experience is your best teacher. 100 times that. Experience is always going to be your greatest teacher. No questions. Until you've gone through it, you have no way of knowing how you're going to be, what you're going to do. Like, you don't know. So recently, I had the awesome honor and pleasure of being on Ashley Horner's Reborn podcast, run by Ironclad. And it was interesting because as we were speaking, a lot of things came to mind. But the one thing that came up, I was explaining to her that somebody recently said to me, like, what makes you qualified to give advice? Now, again, I said there's systems in place, there's studies, there's books, there's all these things that help give you knowledge. And literally, though, my answer to her was like, life. Like, I can tell you, do not take this particular deal because this is usually how it plays out, because I've taken shitty deals. I can tell you, you may not want to interact with this person this type of way because I've been in that experience and I've had those interactions. So when it comes to growth, you want to be around people who have been through what you're going through. People who have been through what you're going through or are currently in it. Like, you can't just guess. You can't just guess. So until you've been through shit, you really don't know. You really don't know. Until you've had to, it's like boxing. I say all the time, until you've been in a fight, you don't know. Everybody's tough until they've really been in a fight. Please, I've seen street dudes who can't fight. They think they tough, and you watch them box, and you're like, yo, they swinging windmills. What's going on here? But until you've been through it, you will never know what you are made of. Now, day in and day out, you should be training, you should be preparing, you should be getting your mind right, you should be getting your body right. So when situations arise, you're ready to meet them head on and not crumble. But until it's happened to you, until you come out on the other side, you are not fucking battle tested. You're not. It's theory. And theory is great, but practicality is king. So until you've gone through shit, it means nothing. It means nothing. I want to talk and build and grow with people who are going through it. So until you've gone through it, it means nothing. It means nothing. Nobody cares about your theories. Nobody cares about your theories. Even when it comes to entrepreneurship, I was like, well, theoretically, if you do this, it should work. But have you done it? Does it work? Do we know? What have you gone through? Experience will always, hands down, be the greatest teacher ever. When it came time for me to open a gym, I made a lot of mistakes. Just shit I didn't know. Now, when I get to location number 2, those mistakes ain't going to happen because I've been through it now. I know. But to get that experience, you got to take that leap of faith. So a lot of you are not going to grow because you're not going to take the leap of faith to get the experience. And without the experience, you can't get battle tested. So without those two steps, you'll never grow. You'll never win. It's impossible. At some point, as I say time and time again, you're going to have to do the work. At some point. At some point, it comes a time where your back just against the fucking wall and you got to do the work. There's nothing to do but fight your way out the corner and do the work. That's it. We coming up on the end of 2022 and some of y'all still where y'all started. Because you still ain't come out the corner. You still ain't set yourself up for success. You still have not done any of the work. I personally love to be challenged. And recently, let me tell you, I've been getting challenged out the ass. The last 4 months have probably been the most challenging time of my life. But it's beautiful. And the beautiful part about it is simply this. It's going to do one or two things. Either Diva finds out what Diva's really made of. Because Diva knows. But you got to understand when you're going through stuff, everybody has doubts and insecurities. Yo, I'm with you. Let's go. Stay with me. Stay with me. You're going to love this. Everybody has doubts and insecurities about how good they are and how capable they are. The best of us. I feel like personally the last 4 months, my whole belief system and structure has been fucking challenged day in and day out. But one or two things is going to happen. This I know for certain. Either I win or I lose. But I don't find that out until I step out and do the work. That's when I find that out. And I tell y'all all the time, all these conversations that I have, like, these are conversations I have with myself. I just share them with you. I just happen to share them with you. But these are conversations I have with myself. If I don't step out and do what needs to be done, the shit won't work. If you don't step out and do what needs to be done, it's not going to work. It's not. You have to be battle tested. Winners, warriors are battle tested. They've been through things, they have experience. So I'm going to tell you, if you ain't going through it or you ain't going through shit, I don't know if you're pushing hard enough. If you're not being tested and challenged, I don't know if what you're doing has purpose. Diva, I love my easy job. I love my easy life. That's great. Contentment is great for some people. It is. But some of us, we need more. We need more. We want more. We want to get more out of life. We aspire to be better daily. And if that's what you want, you got to push the limits. You got to push the fucking envelope. You have to. You don't have a choice. Because it's the thing. If you don't do that, nothing moves, nothing shifts, nothing changes. Period. Period. Nothing changes. Nothing changes. I say all the time, nothing changes unless you do. Nothing changes unless you do the work. And let me tell you, my life has been moving and changing. We're about to find out how good Diva really is. And I'm excited. I'm excited. We're going to find out right now how good some of you guys really are. We're going to find out how good y'all are. If you're not taking risks, you're not living. You're not. You're existing. I'm going to say it again. If you're not taking risk, you're not living, you're existing. And who wants to just have some mere, boring existence? Maybe some of y'all do. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's what it is for you. I'm just happy to be here, get my check, be with my family. This is enough. Maybe it is enough. But if you're part of that 1%, and a lot of people say it's 5%, but if you're part of that 1% of the population that wants more, that wants to push harder, go further, wants to just change the trajectory of their lives and the lives of those around them, you got to get after it. 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 Anything less, okay? Anything less than excellence ain't worth your time. Anything less ain't worth your time. Now, there's plenty of times I think I've stepped into the arena and started making moves. Maybe I didn't go hard enough. Things didn't work out. And I sit back and go, well, damn, maybe I could have, should have did more. Maybe. But I know the next time, I'm going to get it right. I know the next time, I'm going to crush it. You get one opportunity at this amazing thing called life. You get one. So why, for the love of God, are you wasting it settling? Why are you wasting it settling? That's what I want to know. Why are you wasting it settling? You get one life, and you just gonna waste it existing instead of living, existing instead of thriving. But then you want to complain. You either got to make moves or you got to shut up. You either got to make changes or you got to get out of the way of the people who are trying to make those moves. Those are your options. Those are your options. That's all you get. That's all you got. Those are your options. What's up, Instagram? Those are your options. For those of you just tuning in, it's the Do Work Podcast. Do Work Podcast is a weekly podcast where we discuss all things mindset, motivation, entrepreneurship, free thinking, and how to live the best version of your life possible. And today we're talking about being battle tested. If you ain't been through shit, I am so curious to what your life is. Because everybody I know, everybody that I know who is winning, then been through something. And you're probably like, well, everybody goes through things. Yeah, maybe. We do. But the difference is some people go through things and crumble and let that be the thing that defines their existence. Like people who at 50 years old are still complaining about how they had crappy parents. Really, bro? You 50. Let it go. Or people get in bad relationships or out of bad relationships and let that one bad relationship define them. Like, yo, we all go through stuff, but come on. You got to be battle tested. And if you're not going through shit, you're not trying hard enough. When I start doing things and I begin to get met with resistance, I'm like, ooh, I'm on to something. That's when I know I'm in the pocket. If I start to shift and change and things get really challenging, okay, I got it now. But that's what it is. Until you are being tested, it's nothing. It's nothing. If you're not being tested, what are you doing? You're not pushing the envelope. You're avoiding resistance. You're avoiding the change. And if you're not changing, again, I don't even know how you live your life. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? It is important that you continue to push forward. Now, the beautiful thing is this, right? Forward momentum is forward momentum. So even if it's met with resistance, eventually whatever's in front of it has to move. So what am I saying to you right now? I'm telling you this. As you move forward on your journey in life, you're going to be met with challenges. You're going to be met with resistance. But this is the best part. Forward motion is still motion. Sometimes you have to keep pushing. You might have to go under this thing. You might have to go over this thing. You might have to punch through this thing. I don't know how you're getting through the thing, but I'm going to tell you this. You're going to get through it. You're going to get through it. No questions. You got to be battle tested. If you have not been battle tested, don't talk to me. I don't want to hear your theories. Fuck your theories. I don't want to hear your theories. I want to talk to the person that got knocked down 9 times and up on the 10th. Go Cardi. That's who I want to talk to. I want to talk to that person because they know something. They wanted something. And yes, sometimes there are people who make the same stupid mistakes over and over and over again. I get that. But this ain't that. This ain't that. I'm talking about the people who know their journey, accepted their path, accepted their calling. They know what they're supposed to do. I'm talking about those people. Those people who are in the pocket. Those people who are being relentless. Those people who are doing the work. Those people that are hyper and uber focused. I'm talking about those people. I want to talk to y'all. These are the conversations I give myself. Hey, Sister Sudan. Yo. These are the conversations I have with myself. You got to wake up. You got to remind yourself of your greatness daily. You got to stay focused. You got to know that you have the power to wake up and do epic shit. You got to know everything you go through. Everything you go through is going to test you. And it's supposed to. As soon as my life gets a little too easy, I get fucking scared. We about to come up on a new year. Some of y'all still talking about what happened in the pandemic. And don't get me wrong. We all went through shit. We did. And I still feel the repercussions of a lot of things that happened during that time. But at some point and at some time, you got to let it go. It happened. It's done. What we doing? How we moving forward? How we moving on? What's the plans? You got to be battle tested. If you haven't been battle tested, you ain't pushing hard enough. Dream so big it fucking scares you, should terrify you. A friend of mine just posted a video today, so funny, and she was talking about how everybody considers her a fearless leader, but she's scared as hell. But some days she feels like she don't know what she's doing and she's just working and growing and things are happening. That's where you gotta be. That's where you gotta be. You wanna win? That's where you gotta be. You gotta be in that headspace. That headspace of, oh my God, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm gonna stay focused, I'm gonna stay positive, I'm gonna claim what I believe to already be mine. But we can get into manifestation and universal stuff later. That's not tonight. We talking about the hustle, the grind, and being battle tested. Be battle tested, y'all. Don't be afraid to go through shit. Go through it. All of it. Every last single piece of it. Go through it. Because you're going to come out better for that on the other side. All right, fam. I want to thank you for tuning into the Do Work Podcast. Do Work Podcast, as I've said earlier, is a weekly podcast where we discuss all things mindfulness, mentorship, entrepreneurship, and how to live your best life possible. And don't forget free thinking. I'm big on free thinking, but another conversation, another day. If you like the shirt, make sure to go over to my website, Hard Work No Excuses Apparel.com, and get your Wake Up to One shirt. Stay motivated, stay focused. All right, guys, like I always say and how I always end this, come on, man. Nothing changes unless you do. Nothing changes unless you do the work. Let's go.